Hi guys, Colleen from the Book Cozy here. I thought we would do a Brotherhood books unboxing today. Usually I get my books secondhand from Book Grocer, but then I went online the other day and found a different secondhand bookshop called the Brotherhood Books, and that's where I got my parcel. I got a parcel today from them. So these will be the books I ordered because, as I said in my last video, I didn't know what to do about my TBR because I didn't have many books left. By many, I mean I only had 13 left, and I thought TBR would be silly with 13. So I bought about 12 more books. I'm not somebody with hundreds and hundreds of books on my TBR because I can't afford that many books. But and I also like to buy second hand because I think it's just really good that we just pass the books on that we've read. So anyway, because I only had sort of, if you see my blank space here, this is my TBR shelf, and I've only had those ones sort of left. Yeah. So if you can see over that way, I only had those ones on the top shelf sort of left. Yeah. So well, let's open this now and let's see what I got, and then I'll do my TBR sometime this week. I may turn you off or I may leave you on depending on how hard this is to open because it looks quite challenging. Okay. Well, I'm getting there a bit, so maybe not as challenging as I thought, but getting through the bubble wrap. Okay, so first we got a bookmark, a little bookmark. I like when places give you little bookmarks. Never have enough bookmarks. So this just says read more. See? And it's Brotherhood books. By the way, I'm not sponsored. I don't get paid for this. I paid my own money for these books. Okay, so the first book on the top is a non-fiction, which is Pamela Stevenson's The Varnished Untruth, My Story. So I'll read the blurb so we know what it's about. Along with my own personal story, I'm going to write down a few things that may amuse you or even take you down some other emotional path, and I'll let you in on a few so far unrevealed aspects of my life. I'll try to leave out the boring bits. Don't think this is easy for me. I'm darn good at getting under other people's skin, but opening up about my own life is quite a different matter. So how shall I portray myself? There are choices, you know. Wife, mother, psychologist, writer, comedian, actor, dancer, diver, gypsy, dreamer, rich girl, poor girl, burger girl, thief. I am all of those and more. Tell you what, you decide. You decide exactly what I am. There you go. So that is Pamela Stevenson's The Unvarnished Truth, My Story. So what did I get next? Let's have a look. So next, we'll just move the camera a little bit so you can see. Next I got the Watervale Ladies Writing Firefighting Society. There you go. When international lawyer Matilda Tilly Marr is summoned back from London to a small town in South Australia's wine country, she expects to choose a billion-dollar deal in a matter of days. Instead, she's handed an ultimatum: stay for a month and serve as the town's only solicitor, or watch the opportunity slip away. Setting up shop in the Beechwood Cafe, Tilly braces for a brief detour, but life in Watervale Downs soon proves to be anything but simple. Drawn into the orbit of three very different women, fierce matriarch Bev Jackson, fallen TV star Fenna DeVries, I think, and warm-hearted librarian Jane Robertson, Tilly's unexpectedly finds herself joining a local writing group and training with the regional fire corps. Slowly friendships form, long-held secrets surface, and the rhythms of country life begin to change in ways she didn't anticipate. As the seasons turn and challenges mount, each woman finds herself at a crossroads. Bev must confront a past she has kept hidden for 60 years. Fenna must decide whether she's really ready to stop running. Jane must summon the courage to reimagine her future. And Tilly must ask whether the life she has built is the one she truly wants. And in the meantime, bushfire season is approaching, and the day of reckoning is coming for them all. So that is the Watervale Ladies Writing Firefighting Society. There you go. What's the next one? Next one I got is Yellowface. I should be saying who they're by, sorry, by Rebecca F. Kwong, I think. And if I've said that incorrectly, I apologise. This is one hell of a story. It's not just hers to tell. Athena Liu is a literary darling, and June Hayward is literally a nobody. White lies. When Athena dies in a freak accident, June steals her unpublished manuscript and publishes it under her own ambiguous name, Juniper Song. But as evidence threatens June's stolen success, she discovers exactly how far she will go to keep what she thinks she deserves. What happens next is entirely everyone else's fault. So that's Yellow Face by Rebecca F. Kwong. Okay. Next, what do we have? Ooh. Now, usually I just find random books or whatever, but I was very surprised to see this one in a secondhand bookshop because I've heard a lot of people talking about this series. And usually I don't even worry about what people are talking about, but I do watch other booktubers just for my own entertainment. And yet I've heard this one so many times. So when I saw it was in a secondhand bookshop, I thought I'd give it a go because it is A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. So, and this is book one, so I thought I'd read it to you. Freya is a huntress. The skin of a wolf would bring enough gold to feed her sisters for a month, but the life of a magical creature comes at a steep price, and Freya has just killed the wrong wolf. Taken by a high Fey Lord, Freya learns that her masked captor is hiding even more than his piercing gaze suggests. But as Freya's feelings for Tamlin begin to burn through every warning she's heard about his kind, a shadow is falling across the land, and if Freya cannot fight it, she will lose everything. So that, as I said, has been being talked about a lot. I'll see what I think. And if I like it, I'll continue the series. If I don't, I won't. I guess we'll find out in my August TBR. If that's one of the books I pick. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. We'll see. Okay, what's next? We have Black Cats and Butlers by Janine Beecham. So Black Cats and Butlers by Janine Beecham. When Rose Ravensthorpe's beloved butler is found, murdered in the hallway of her very own house, she's determined to uncover the culprit, especially since he's the third butler to die in a week. Rose's investigation leads her on a journey into a hidden world of grave robbers and dueling butlers, flamboyant magicians, and the city of York's ancient feline guardians. Knives aren't just for cutting cucumber sandwiches, you know. So that sounds fun. And that is Black Cats and Butlers by Janine Beecham. So that one sounds a bit fun. Okay, so what do we have next? We have The Confessions of Franny Langton by Sarah Collins. There you go. And it says, they say I mustn't be put to death for what happened to Madame, and they want me to confess. But how can I confess when I don't believe I've done? Ugh, I'm going to start that again, sorry. They say I must be put to death for what happened to Madame, and they want me to confess. But how can I confess what I don't believe I've done? 1826, and all of London is a frenzy. Crowds gather at the gates of the Old Bailey to watch as Franny Langton, maid to Mr. and Mrs. Bencham, Mr. and Mrs. Benham goes on trial for their murder. The testimonies against her are damning. Slave, whore, seductress. And they may be the truth, but they are not the whole truth. For the first time, Franny must tell her story, and it begins with a girl learning to read on a plantation in Jamaica, and it ends with a grand house in London where a beautiful woman waits to be freed. But through her fevered confessions, one burning question haunts Franny Langton. Could she have murdered the only person she ever loved? So that's The Confessions of Franny Langton by Sarah Collins. Okay, what have we got next? We have What I Know for Sure by Oprah Winfrey. And there you go. I know for sure your journey begins with a choice to get up, step out, and live fully. Oprah Winfrey. So these are just, I'm guessing, little anecdotes of what Oprah says she knows for sure. So that'll just be a nice, quick, little fun read. Okay, what else we got next? We have Greetings from Jamaica, Wish You Were Queer. Because as I've said before, I think we should read a diverse range of characters. And so we should read in all genres and all range of characters. I have struggled with pure romance, I struggle with sci-fi, but I'll give it a go if I think I like it. But we should read all different characters and all different people in all different places. So this is by Mari Sangiovanni. So, Greetings from Jamaica, Wish You Were Queer. Okay. Marie Santora has always known her Italian family is a little crazy, but when she inherits her grandmother's estate, they now have a million more reasons to act nuts. Soon it becomes clear that the amount of money Marie needs to live comfortably will be decided by her family. If they don't get enough of her money, she won't live comfortably. Marie plans her escape. She'll give her family a parting gift and then move to Hollywood to chase her dreams of writing film scripts. But with $1 million at stake, it will take more than just a free vacation to Jamaica to get the erratic Santora family to toe the line. And the timing couldn't be worse when a hot pursuit changes from screenplay to foreplay. Now she has to stop her loudmouth clown from spilling her secrets as fast as they are swilling Jamaican rum. Climb aboard this hilarious roller coaster ride where Marie is left wishing out was in. Sorry. Climb aboard this hilarious roller coaster ride where Marie is left wishing out was the new inn and where every lounge shares a hot seat when the Santora family ventures this close to the equator. The island of Jamaica just may not be big enough. And that is Greetings from Jamaica, Wish You Were Queer by Maria Sangiovanni. Okay, what is next? We'll have this one. This is Run for Home by Sheila Quigley. There you go. 1985. A man runs for his life, wounded, exhausted, hunted remorselessly by a woman assassin, only known as the Headhunter. 2001. 16-year-old Kerry Lumsden runs across the same terrain. She runs to win, and she runs to forget. When a headless boy is found in the wastelands of Sea Hills Estate, Detective Inspector Lorraine Hunt is called to investigate. But then a more urgent case lands on her desk when Kerry's sister Claire is violently kidnapped. Headstrong, willful, and wary of the police, Kerry sets out on a frantic search for Claire, but her hunt takes her to a violent underworld, a 16-year-old murder, and finally to a secret about her own past her mother hoped she would never have to face. And all this time, the clock for Claire is ticking. So, that is Run for Home, Sheila Quigley, and that sounds like right up my alley. I like those sort of thrillers where, there's a time running out. So that sounds really up my alley. So, what have I got next? We have The Grandest Bookshop in the World. Grandest Bookshop in the World, and who's it by? It is by Amelia Miller. Okay. Pearl and Valley Cole live in a bookshop, and not just any bookshop. In 1893, Cole's Book Arcade in Melbourne is the grandest bookshop in the world, brimming with every curiosity imaginable. Each day brings fresh delights for the siblings, voice-changing sweets, talking parrots, a new story written just for them by their eccentric father. When Pearl and Valley learn that Pa has risked the arcade and himself in a shocking deal with a mysterious obscurosmith, the siblings hatch a plan. Soon they are swept into a dangerous game with impossibly high stakes. Defeat 7 challengers by the stroke of midnight, or both the arcade and their father will Defeat 7 challengers by stroke of midnight, and both the arcade and their father will be restored. But if they fail, Pearl and Valley won't just lose Pa. They'll forget that he and the arcade ever existed. Oh, that sounds like another really fun one. So that is The Grandest Bookshop in the World by Amelia Mellor. So I like things with challenges and dares and, as I said, seeing how things go and if you can do it and stuff. So that's a good one. I think this is our last one. Yep, I am correct. This is our last one. What have we got here? It's called The Cloisters by Katie Hayes. The Cloisters by Katie Hayes. When Anna Stilwell arrives in New York, she hopes to spend the summer working in the city's Metropolitan Museum of Art. Instead, she's assigned to the Cloisters, the Met's Gothic museum and garden renowned for its collection of medieval and Renaissance art. There she is drawn into a small circle of charismatic but enigmatic researchers, each with their own secrets and desires, including the museum's curator, Patrick Rowland, whose obsession is tarot and the possibility of divination. Sorry, I'm just moving a bit because my legs are getting sore. Eager for the approval of her new colleagues, Anne is only too happy to indulge some of the more outlandish theories. But then she discovers the mysterious, once-believed lost deck of 15th century Italian tarot cards and finds herself at the centre of a dangerous game of toxic friendship and unbridled ambition. And as the game being played within the cloisters begins to spiral out of control, Anne must decide whether she is truly able to defy the cards and shape her own future. Well, that's another one that sounds interesting, exciting. So that is The Cloisters by Katie Hayes. So they're all the books I got from Brotherhood Books. And as I said, I'll put them beside my other 13 books. And then tomorrow or the next day, we will do our TBR video. So what we're going to read in August. I've already started one book for August, which is a big clunker of 718 pages. And I'll tell you about that when I do my TBR, because that'll just be added to it automatically because I'm already halfway through. Okay, well, I hope you have a lovely day and find a book you can hold in your heart long after it's left your hand. Bye now.